What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing. I just finished up watching Brandon Figueroa versus Jessie Magdaleno, and this was a 12-rounder for the WBC Interim Featherweight World Championship, and this fight was Saturday, May 4th from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, and this fight was broadcasted on Prime Video pay-per-view. And in this fight, Jessie Magdaleno was doing very, very good. I had him winning until he got stopped in the ninth round via a brutal body shot from Brandon Figueroa. Leading up to the stop and die, this fight scored 77-75 in favor of the heavy underdog, Jessie Magdaleno. So going into this fight, Magdaleno wasn't really looking too great. He had a very tough loss to Raymond Ford. And then, he just wasn't that active. Fought only a few times since 2020. He just wasn't really looking too great. However, in this fight, he started out real hot. I gave him the first 4 rounds. He did an excellent job in those rounds to sort of quell the offense of Figueroa. Like I said before, I had him winning 5-3 leading up to the stoppage. Did a very good job in the first 4 rounds. In my opinion, he was boxing, bobbing and weaving. The rounds weren't exciting, but he was just doing more, landing some jabs, landing some nice uppercuts, doing solid. And I thought he just edged the round, or edged those rounds. However, I thought that Brandon Figueroa had a nice little spell from rounds 5 through 7. I thought he was sort of pressing more, doing a bit more than Magdaleno, pressing him on the ropes, sort of starting to find a rhythm. So I gave him those 3 rounds. So it was pretty close leading up to the 8th. And in that 8th round, it was a very good round. I'll say that. Both of them had some very good work. Magdaleno landed some good combinations, some short, fast combinations to the head. Figueroa landed some nice shots to the body. It was a pretty close round. I just gave it to Magdaleno. However, the 9th round, Figueroa was having some success going forward, putting Magdaleno on the ropes, and that's the exact spot where Magdaleno did not want to be. And with a few seconds left, 1 or 2 seconds left, Magdaleno got hit with a brutal body shot, sending him down to the canvas. And it was past the 3-minute mark when he was still getting counted out on the canvas. And obviously he couldn't get up for the count of 10 with now Brandon Figueroa here winning via KO in the 9th round via a brutal body shot. He's gotten some very good victories with body shots, and this goes into question what is next for him. He's now 25, 1-1 with 19 KOs. He's gotten body shot victories versus Luis Neri, versus Jessie Magdaleno. He has some very good wins, actually, if you take a look at his resume. And I personally think he should have beat Stephen Fulton. He has very good wins. Defeated Mark Magsayo, now defeated Jessie Magdaleno, defeated Carlos Castro, defeated Luis Neri. He's got some very, very good wins on paper, obviously. And he is a former world champion, and he's looking, obviously, to win a full world title at featherweight. He's the interim WBC champ, but he's looking to win that full world title. So what could be next for him? You take a look at the featherweight rankings. Obviously, he's the interim champ, as I mentioned before. The world WBC champ is obviously Ray Vargas. He is the world champ there. Obviously, the other champions are Luis Alberto Lopez, Rafael Espinosa, and Raymond Ford, the WBA champ. So, when you take a look at the WBC rankings, you see guys like Nick Ball, Ray Tiley, Ruben Villa, Robesi Ramirez, Carlos Castro, other guys like Josh Warrington, some very good, solid guys. Magdaleno going into this fight, however, was ranked number 13. We could see Brandon Figueroa take on any of those guys in the top 15. Maybe we could see him take on Ray Vargas, which would be a very, very interesting fight, actually. And we definitely could see that in the near future for that full world title and see if Figueroa can become a two-weight champ. But as for Jessie Magdaleno, this is a real tough loss for him. I know he's only 32 years old, but he's sort of kind of even though he's only 32, he was someone that was sort of regressing over the years. And, he was doing very, very good in this fight up until, obviously, he got caught with that body shot. And for him, I think he's still definitely a very solid contender. I wouldn't mind. Really for him, he just has to be more active. That's his main thing. I wouldn't mind seeing him come back, maybe get 1-2 wins. Maybe his first comeback fight against a lower level guy. maybe after that take on someone who's like top 50 ranked, and then continue building himself back up, and possibly could fight someone in the top 15, top 10, and could have a decent performance like he did here. So overall, Brandon Figueroa doesn't let it go to the scorecards in a very competitive fight with Jessie Magdaleno, and ultimately stops him in the 9th round with a brutal body shot to defend his WBC interim title. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.